All right, in this video, we're going to quickly go over building a pause menu. So I already have my main menu and it has two buttons and a lot of stuff already on there. So I kind of want to reutilize this. So I'm going to right click this main menu and say duplicate. And then I'm going to call this one WVP_pause menu. And I'm using by the way, I'm using Unreal naming convention. So that's like WP stands for widget blueprint. You don't have to name it this way, but I do want to have a better example. So I'm going to start naming things based on the Unreal naming conventions. So this is the pause menu. I'm going to double click to open it and it's going to look exactly like my main menu right now. So I'm going to make some changes. In the scale box, if I wanted to do a different image or a different color, I could. So I'm going to change this image in here to my other desert image that I have. And then the other thing is like the anchor's already good, like it's already in the scale box, like all of that is good, which is really nice. So I don't have to change any of that. The text right here, I do want to change this. And you can kind of decide like whether you want to say game pause, pause, adventure pause, like however you want it to look. I actually am going to scroll down here and I'm going to click this little tick box that says auto wrap text. That will allow it to come down like this. This text is really hard to see on this background, so I am going to change this color. So oh, I don't want it like that. That's also not super easy to read. Maybe I'll just do like this, like sky bluish white if I can grab it. I also might add an outline to this to make it a little easier to read. So let's do outline settings, and I'm going to do like a outline size, and that looks good. And then for my buttons, I also kind of want to adjust those just a little bit. They can still be our orange buttons, but I am going to change this one. I'm going to change the name of it to resume button. And I'm actually going to keep the quit button, but I am going to change this one to be resume instead of play because that makes more sense for our pause menu. Increase the size of these a little bit. I'm going to change the color to match more what's going on. The menu. I'm not the best at design and I could do a lot better here, but just to be like quick about it. We have two buttons, game paused, all that stuff. And again, I didn't have to change a whole lot, which is really nice from like the main menu. Something else that I really like to do on a pause menu that you can decide if you want to do, and whether you have an image or whether it's just like a solid color for the background, you can change the opacity of the background. So I was going to scroll down to my border. And in here, where is it? The brush color. I think it's the brush color. Yeah, the brush color. One is going to be like, you can see it completely. 0 is going to be, it's invisible. So I do like to add a little bit of opacity to my pause menus because I think it's really fun to kind of see the game behind. You don't have to do that. It's just something you could consider if you like that style as well. All right, so that's really all we have to do. Make sure you like mess with design however you want so that it looks good. I'm going to go into the graph and we are going to keep some of this. Again, really nice. We already have it here because we duplicated it. So we are going to keep this. We're on construct. We're going to set it to UI and we're going to show the mouse cursor. The other thing is we're going to keep this. When we quit, we're going to, well, actually, no, we're not going to keep this because we don't want to quit the game. In this case, we're actually going to go back to the main menu. So we're going to search for open level by object reference. And we're going to do our main menu level that we just made. And we're going to switch back to that one. So instead of on click, quit game, on click, quit, return to main menu. So just a little bit different there, but still really simple. This one is going to change a little bit. So when we click resume, we do want to go back to our game mode, so that's similar. But instead of opening a level, we don't want to do that because we're already in the level. We just want to remove from parent, which this is actually going to pull the widget down. So the pause menu will go away. But otherwise, the rest of the code is exactly the same. So instead of open main game level here at the end, we're going to remove pause menu from viewport. Right, so that's what that's going to do. So just a little bit different, but again, most of it stays exactly the same, which is really nice. In order to test this out, we do want to add input so that our pause menu pops up in the game. So we're going to go down to our content drawer, and we're going to go to our input folder, and I'm going to right click and go down to input and add an input action. And I'm going to call this I underscore input action underscore pause. So we have move already that we created, and now we're going to add pause. We're going to go into our IMC default to add pause as a mapping. So right here, we're going to hit the little plus button, and where it says none, we're going to do pause. We already have, again, our movement mapping, so we're adding this pause mapping, and I'm going to do escape. Escape is very common for a pause menu. I'm going to show you a couple ways you can test this, because obviously if you hit escape while you're playing in editor, it's just going to boot you out, right? So you can't really pull up the pause menu. I'm going to show you how to do a standalone game to test this out, but you can also add like a temporary other button if you wanted to, like P or something, just to test it, but definitely remove that before you publish the game, because you just want it to be escape for pause when you publish it. I'm going to add that for testing so that I can show both the ways that we can test it. So now we have that in our input actions. We have to add it to our controller. So I'm going to go into my controller blueprint class where we have our movement and our references to the characters all set up here. And then inside of here, I'm going to right click and search for pause, and I'm going to try to find that input action I just created. So I underscore pause, and it's that diamond with an arrow. I'm going to click on that. And so then when we trigger this, like when this starts, we are going to create widget. We're going to create our pause widget. So we're going to search for create widget where it says construct none. We're going to do drop down, get our pause menu, and we're going to add it to the viewport. When player hits pause, bring up pause menu. Right, that's what that is doing right there. So compile and save. Let's try it out with our test button. So this is my main menu. I'm going to come into here. I'm going to be running around, and I'm going to do my test button, and I no longer move, and I no longer have input. Notice I have the opacity down so you can still see the game kind of behind here. Hovering is working on both of these. Resume, that's working, and quit works. It brings me back to the main menu, and then I can quit from here. Another way that we can test it to test like our escape value and like how it will actually be in game is we can do these three little dots at the top and change this to standalone game. And it's going to actually pull up the game as if it was packaged in what we call like an executable. So when you actually want to publish a game, give it out to people, you're going to package it. And this gives us a good way to kind of actually see what the game is going to look like when it's packaged, because sometimes problems only occur when it's packaged and we won't really know that just testing it in editor. So it's nice to do the standalone game and to test it this way. And notice that I do have like my image resizing with my screen size, which is really nice. And that's a feature of the anchors that we did. So notice that it just like all kind of resizes the best it can. But like it's really nice that we don't have to worry too much about that and the resizing because of the way we did the anchors. So I'm going to click play, and now that I'm in my level here, I can hit escape and it brings up the pause menu. So then you can be able to test it that way, because like we're in the standalone game here. Quit is going to close our standalone game, and now we're back to here. So make sure you test it, and that's all we need to do for pause.